Have you ever felt like you've lost the joy and enthusiasm for things that once made you happy? It's a sensation that can creep up on us, a subtle shift in our perception that leaves us feeling disconnected from the zest of life. This feeling can be confusing and disheartening, but it's important to remember that it's a common experience, and you're not alone. Let's delve into the reasons behind this shift. Life, as we all know, is a series of ebbs and flows. Changes in our life circumstances, whether it's a new job, a move to a different city, or even a change in our relationship status, can throw us off balance. We naturally seek stability, but when our lives are in flux, it can be difficult to find joy in the things that used to delight us. Stress is another major factor that can dull our enthusiasm. We live in a fast-paced world where we're constantly juggling multiple responsibilities. This constant state of busyness can leave us feeling drained and detached. When we're under stress, our brains are wired to focus on survival, leaving little room for joy and pleasure. Then there's burnout, a state of chronic physical and mental exhaustion. Burnout can make everything feel like a chore, including the activities that used to bring us happiness. It's like a fog that clouds our ability to feel joy, making everything seem dull and uninteresting. The impact of these shifts in our perception can be profound, affecting not just our mental well-being but our physical health too. Studies have shown that a lack of joy can lead to increased stress levels, which in turn can contribute to a range of health issues, from headaches and insomnia to more serious conditions like heart disease. Understanding why you're feeling this way is the first step to reigniting your joy. It's not about blaming ourselves or feeling guilty, but about recognizing the changes and challenges that have led to this shift. By acknowledging these factors, we can begin to navigate our way back to a state of joy and enthusiasm. Feeling stuck in a rut can make even the simplest pleasures feel like chores. It's a sentiment that resonates with many of us, especially when days blend into weeks and weeks into months, until life starts to seem like an endless loop of monotony. But let's pause for a moment and consider this. Monotony is not an external condition, it's a state of mind. And the good news is, we have the power to change it. How, you ask? By introducing variety and novelty into our lives. One way to do this is by exploring new activities. It could be something as simple as trying a new recipe, picking up a book from a genre you've never read before, or even taking a different route on your morning walk. The key here is to step out of your comfort zone and embrace the unfamiliar. When we engage in new experiences, it stimulates our brain, sparking curiosity and reigniting our enthusiasm. Changing your environment is another effective strategy. And no, this doesn't necessarily mean packing up your bags and moving to a new city. It could be as simple as rearranging your furniture, working from a different location, or even just taking a day trip to a nearby town. These changes, however small, can provide a fresh perspective and break the cycle of routine. Setting personal goals is also essential. Having something to work towards gives us a sense of purpose, making our day-to-day tasks more meaningful. These goals don't have to be grand or life-altering. They could be as straightforward as reading a book a week, learning a new skill, or even just getting 8 hours of sleep every night. Remember, the importance of variety and novelty cannot be overstated. They are the spices of life, adding flavor to our days and keeping our spirits high. So, give yourself permission to experiment, to explore, and most importantly, to enjoy the process. Breaking the monotony isn't just about doing something different. It's about sparking a new sense of curiosity and excitement in your life. So, let's get out there and shake things up. After all, life is too short to be anything but interesting. Ever felt like life is passing you by while you're stuck on autopilot? This feeling is all too common, but there's a powerful tool at your disposal to counter it: mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and engaged in the current moment, without distraction or judgment. It's about embracing the here and now, not dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. When we're mindful, we're fully immersed in our experiences. We savor every bite of our meal, we feel the breeze on our skin, we listen to every note of our favorite song. We're not just going through the motions, we're living. This fully engaged living can help us rediscover the joy in ordinary, everyday activities. But how do we cultivate mindfulness? It's simpler than you might think. Here are a few techniques to get you started. First, try to focus on your breath. This is a fundamental mindfulness practice that anchors us to the present moment. When your mind wanders, gently bring your attention back to your breath. Don't judge yourself if your mind strays. It's perfectly normal. The key is to notice it and gently guide your focus back. Second, practice mindful eating. This is about truly savoring your food, taking the time to notice the textures, flavors, and smells. It's not just about eating, it's about experiencing the act of eating. Third, incorporate mindfulness into your daily routines. Whether it's brushing your teeth, taking a shower, or walking to work, try to fully engage with these activities. Notice the sensations, the movements, the smells. Make these ordinary moments extraordinary through your attention. Remember, mindfulness isn't about achieving a particular state or outcome. It's about being present, being aware, and accepting the current moment for what it is. It's about transforming our perspective on life, turning the mundane into the miraculous. So the next time you find yourself on autopilot, remember to pause, breathe, and engage. Embrace the present moment with all your senses. With mindfulness, you can transform ordinary moments into extraordinary experiences. Remember when you used to lose track of time doing something you loved? We all have passions and interests that once filled us with joy, excitement, and a sense of fulfillment. Over time, life's responsibilities, stressors, or even bouts of self-doubt can cause us to drift away from these activities. But today, let's talk about how to reignite that spark and reconnect with those passions. First and foremost, give yourself permission to engage in activities you enjoy. Often, we let guilt or a sense of duty prevent us from spending time on our hobbies. But remember, it's not an indulgence, it's an essential part of self-care. Creating a balance between work, responsibilities, and leisure is a key element of a fulfilled, joyful life. Next, let's talk about overcoming barriers. Perhaps you've stopped painting because you think you're not good enough, or maybe you've stopped playing the piano because you believe you don't have time. It's essential to identify these barriers and work around them. Remember, the goal isn't to be perfect or to impress others, it's about experiencing joy, excitement, and fulfillment. Now, how do we practically reconnect with our passions? Start by setting aside a dedicated time slot for your hobby. It could be an hour each week or even just 10 minutes a day. The point is to make it a habit, a regular part of your schedule. Then, take baby steps. If you used to love reading but haven't picked up a book in months, don't pressure yourself to finish a novel in a week. Start with a chapter, a page, or even a paragraph. The goal is to simply reignite the spark. Finally, be patient with yourself. Reconnecting with your passions may take time, and that's okay. The journey itself is part of the joy. Allow yourself to explore, to rediscover, and to fall in love with your passions all over again. Reconnecting with your passions isn't just about revisiting old hobbies. It's about reigniting the spark that makes you feel alive. Ever wondered how some people seem to find joy in even the simplest things? Well, the secret may lie in a powerful tool called gratitude. This isn't just about saying thank you, it's an active, deliberate practice that shifts our focus from what's wrong in our lives to what's right. Gratitude is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And a robust gratitude muscle can completely transform your perspective, making you more resilient, happier, and yes, even healthier. It's not about ignoring life's challenges, but rather acknowledging our blessings amidst those challenges. So, how do you start a gratitude practice? It's simpler than you might think. One effective method is keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, jot down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be monumental. It could be something as simple as a warm cup of coffee, a call from a friend, or a beautiful sunset. The key is to be specific and intentional. This exercise trains your brain to seek out and focus on the positive. Another method is expressing gratitude directly. Think about the people who've made a difference in your life. Reach out to them. Tell them what they mean to you. It's a double win. Not only does it make you feel good, but it also brings joy to the person receiving your gratitude. Remember, consistency is crucial. Like any exercise, the benefits of a gratitude practice are cumulative. It might feel a bit awkward at first, but stick with it. Over time, you'll start noticing a shift. You'll find yourself more positive, more content, and yes, more joyful. And here's the beautiful thing about gratitude. It's contagious. Your positivity can influence those around you, creating a ripple effect of joy and appreciation. A consistent gratitude practice can transform your perspective, helping you find joy in everyday life. So why not give it a try? Start flexing that gratitude muscle today and watch as your world transforms.